guys, and welcome back to my channel. G is for the good life. This is your girl Gigi, and today we are going to make crispy chicken wings. So before we get started, I'll let you know what you're going to need for this recipe. You are going to need some chicken wings, at least 20 pieces or more. You're going to need 1 tablespoon of aluminum-free baking powder. I use the Rumford brand or Trader Joe's. You will also need salt. It could be Himalayan salt, sea salt, seasoned salt, whatever your choice is. And you will also need some type of seasoning, but it is optional. So I'm using pepper, but you can also use cayenne pepper or whatever type of herbs that you find to your liking.
I highly recommend invest in one of these, especially if you enjoy wings. Because the first time I tried this recipe, I did try it on a regular cookie sheet. And the top is crispy, but the bottom is not. It still tastes good, but when I invested, and when I say investment, I'm talking like a $14 investment at Walmart. When I went to Walmart and I picked up my baking rack, and I put it on there, it's crispy on the top and the bottom. And they don't stick. Whereas when you put it on a cookie sheet, they will stick to the bottom. So here we are with the wings. Now, let me tell you guys a little something. I thought that I purchased a package of drummetts, right? No, you girl didn't. I don't know. I must have been in a hurry at the grocery store. I purchased outright wings. The wings that you've been back and fried, okay? That's what I purchased. So I was pretty annoyed, but I'm okay. So what I did was I did separate them into flats and drummetts. So here you can see what they look like. So I did separate them. And how I did that was I just used kitchen shears. And so in case you run into this problem, no sweat, my pet. Who said that? Jaleel White, right? From, Bounty Matters. No sweat like that. Anywho. So yeah, I use kitchen shears, and at the joint, I felt with my finger for the joint, and then I just kind of just open the wing up and then just snip. And then I snip the other piece off that hangs off that wing. I don't know, I forgot what you call it, but I snipped that off too. So I don't know how many wings I have here. I didn't count. But the recipe, you could do about 20 wings with the aluminum foil, with the baking powder, okay? I'm telling you, I'm still frazzled over finding out I didn't have drummetts.
So now what we're going to do is season our chicken. I am eyeballing about maybe a teaspoon of Himalayan salt. So that is what I'm doing right now. And next I am going to eyeball about maybe a half a teaspoon of black pepper. And just keep in mind, you don't have to use black pepper. You can use cayenne pepper. Or any seasoning that you want. You want to make sure that the chicken is well coated in the seasoning so it can have some flavor. Now, another thing that you want to do is you want to make sure that you put your tablespoon of baking powder in your chicken. And your main goal is to make sure that it is well coated. Now, after I put my chicken wings on the rack, I did count them out, and I found out that I had about close to 40 wings, and 1 tablespoon was fine. So I would probably say if you go over 50 wings, you might want to do 2 tablespoons of baking powder. The main thing is just making sure that the chicken wings are well coated in the baking powder, because the baking powder is what actually dries out the skin of the wings. So now I am getting ready to put the wings on the baking rack. The baking rack is amazing. I've never used one before. And, making sure that you have the right utensils and the right tools in the kitchen Oh my goodness, it really makes a difference in your cooking. The first time I did try the recipe, it wasn't a cookie sheet, and I believe I said that earlier in the video. But I'm just stressing that it really makes a difference. For only $15, you can't really beat it, and it made the wings crispy all around, and it didn't stick, and it's great. So right now, as I am putting on the wings, you want to make sure that your oven is at 250 degrees. So the reason that you have your oven only at 250 degrees, because you're going to put the wings in for 30 minutes at that temperature, so it can dehydrate the skin. So it's going to pull the moisture from the skin. So between the baking powder and the low temperature in the oven, it's going to pull the moisture from the skin and leave behind a crisp when you bite into the chicken. So that's what makes this like so amazing, and it eliminates having to deep fry your chicken. And also, if you don't have an air fryer, you can definitely do this in the oven. And also keep in mind, just an added bonus, with the baking rack, you can also dehydrate some fruit. So you can put apples on there. You can put apples and banana. You can make banana chips. You can make kale chips. There's all type of things that you can do with your baking rack. So it really is great for all types of recipes. So I just took my wings out. They were in the oven for about 50 minutes, and I did use my kitchen timer. And as you can see, the wings are brown and they are crispy. So you can get crispy wings without having to fry them. That is the beauty about this recipe. So we're back, and we're getting ready to start the sauce. So right here, I am apologizing because I did not realize that in the first set of footage that I took, that my head was partially cut off. So I do apologize for that. Also, I'm explaining that I did not realize how much baking powder I had on my sweater, and that I did change shirts, and that all of this was filmed on the same day. So I am getting ready to grab the wings, and I'm going to let you guys hear this live footage right here.
They don't even stick onto the rack. They easily pick up. If you can hear this, listen to this. Crunchiness, yes, they're very crunchy. It's as if we fried them, but we didn't. It's no fry.
So we're getting ready to make two different sauces. I went ahead and sped up the footage so we can run through this video. So the first sauce that I will be making is the buffalo sauce, and it calls for extra virgin olive oil, minced garlic, and hot sauce. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to do 1/4 of a cup of hot sauce, and then you need 1/4 of a cup of olive oil. And then next you're going to need 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. I squeeze my juice fresh. You can also use lemon juice concentrate if you want, but I prefer real lemon juice. Also, I'm putting in the garlic cloves. You can use 2 cloves of fresh garlic, or you can purchase the minced garlic in a jar. That's just what I prefer. So after you're done with all of your ingredients, you are going to stir the sauce up and make sure that everything is well incorporated. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and put the chicken in the sauce and coat it. As you can see, I'm using a spoon and I am stirring the chicken wings around in the sauce. And then I'm going to plate the food. Oh man, they look so good. Alright, so now that we have that completed, we want to go ahead and start on the lemon pepper. So what you need to do is you need to make sure that you have about 1/4 of a cup of butter, or you can use 1/4 of a cup of olive oil. I personally prefer the butter over the olive oil. And then you use 1 tablespoon of lemon pepper. I use the Kroger brand lemon pepper and it works just fine. Then you do the same thing that you did with the buffalo and you toss the wings. And as you can see, we have beautiful buffalo and lemon pepper wings and they are so delicious.
So delicious. I like the butter 10 times better. Exquisite.
Hey guys, thank you for tuning in. I hope you guys really enjoyed the video. I know I enjoyed making it and enjoyed eating those wings. They were so delicious. I even did my foodie happy dance. Anywho, I would love to hear what you guys think. If you tried this recipe or, you've tried something different or had some tips and tricks, please make sure that you comment below. We would love to hear from you. Also, if you like this video, please make sure that you give it a thumbs up and that you share it, okay? And lastly, please make sure that you subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you will be notified every time I come out with a new video. Bye!